the quest for the Holy Grail, a story whispered through centuries. It is not only a tale of knights and kings, or swords and valor, it is a spiritual odyssey, a journey beyond the battlefield and into the very soul of Camelot itself. In the golden age of King Arthur, when chivalry ruled and the Round Table stood as a beacon of unity, destiny revealed a mystery unlike any other, a relic of heaven itself, the Holy Grail. The story begins on a day of celebration. Arthur's knights gathered, their fellowship strong, their spirits lifted. But then, a divine vision descended, the chalice of Christ, the very cup said to have caught the blood of the Savior upon the cross, a relic of infinite holiness and power. The hall trembled with awe, and Arthur, stirred by the vision, declared, the knights of the Round Table would seek it, not as hunters of treasure, but as pilgrims in pursuit of heaven's blessing. The quest was unlike any before. Each knight rode with his own purpose. Lancelot, the greatest warrior of them all, sought redemption. His love for Guinevere, Arthur's queen, burned within him, a sin that stained his soul. Perhaps the Grail might wash it clean. Gawain, ever proud and unyielding, desired glory above all. Percival, humble yet untested, he longed to prove his worth in heaven's eyes. And Galahad, the youngest, son of Lancelot, yet untouched by corruption, his birth marked by prophecy, his shield blessed by Joseph of Arimathea. In him, the knights saw not just promise, but destiny. And so they rode, each down a separate trail. For the Grail would not be found by armies, but by the testing of souls. The trials began swiftly. In the twilight wood, Lancelot faced a spectral knight. Blade met blade in a storm of steel, but the foe was no stranger. Every strike mirrored his own, every flaw laid bare. The enemy was himself, his pride, his sins, his secret passion. When the phantom fell, so too did Lancelot's heart, for he knew the Grail demanded not victory, but purity. Elsewhere, Gawain found a castle filled with splendor. Gold gleamed on every wall, and at its heart lay a shining chalice. Without pause, he seized it, only for it to crumble into dust. Greed and pride had undone him. Percival's path was different. At first, he was the fool of the company, naive, unlearned, chasing visions of triumph. He failed tests of greed and pride. Yet where others grew hardened, Percival grew humble. Guided by hermits and holy men, he learned that the Grail was not won by conquest, but by compassion. He tended the sick, fed the hungry, forgave the cruel. With every act of mercy, a glimmer of the Grail appeared before him, brighter each time. Through struggle and failure, Percival was transformed. The quest wore on. Many knights faltered, lost in sin or swallowed by despair. The Round Table's fellowship, once whole, began to wither, but one remained steadfast. Galahad, his heart untainted, his spirit unbroken. Wherever he rode, miracles followed. Fields bloomed, rivers cleared, the sick were healed. It was as though heaven itself marked his path. At last, the Grail revealed itself. In a cathedral beyond mortal measure, Galahad entered with Percival and Sir Bors, loyal cousin to Lancelot. There, upon an altar, the chalice shone brighter than the sun. The air itself trembled with holiness. Angels sang, and the earth held its breath. All three saw it, but only one was chosen. Galahad, the purest of Arthur's knights, lifted the chalice. He drank, and in that moment, his soul was lifted beyond this world. Angels descended. The young knight was borne to heaven itself, his mortal quest complete. Percival and Bors knelt in awe. They had seen what no mortal should, but they were not chosen to drink. They were witnesses. keepers of the vision. For Percival, it was the reward of his growth, not possession, but revelation. And Lancelot, the mightiest knight, he too reached the holy place. For a breathless moment, the Grail appeared to him, its light washing over his face. He reached out, yet it faded. Heaven turned away. His sin still bound him. Broken, he fell to his knees, weeping. It was not steel that barred him, but the weight of his heart. When the quest ended, the fellowship was shattered. Many never returned. Of those who did, few remained unchanged. And Lancelot lived in penance, his once proud spirit broken. Percival forsook the sword and became a holy man. Bors returned to Arthur, carrying the tale. Galahad's name was spoken as that of a saint, the knight who ascended beyond mortal bounds. Arthur gazed upon the empty seats of the Round Table, knowing that though the Grail had brought divine truth, it had also revealed the frailty of men. The quest for the Holy Grail stands as Camelot's most sacred odyssey, not of conquest, but of calling. It teaches that the greatest victories are not won on the field, but within the soul, that even the mightiest knight may falter and the purest heart may rise. And so the legend endures, not as the story of a cup, but of a legendary kingdom's search for grace.